3 p.m. Eastern Time start on ESPN3. Coach, thank you for joining us on the call this afternoon. If you take a minute to tie up the win at Kansas, please, and tell us what you expect to see as you return to the road to face Bowling Green, please.
Sure, we were happy to get the win. Kansas came out and played really well to start the game. We dug ourselves a little bit of a hole there, and our kids didn't panic or freak out or do anything except kept playing and kind of regain control of the game. And I was happy to leave Lawrence with a victory. We've got an incredible challenge ahead of us, going to Bowling Green, a team that won at Maryland last week. They've got an explosive offense and a veteran defense, and it's going to be a heck of a challenge.
We'll take questions for Coach Fuente. Please star 1 on your telephone to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
And we'll go first to Brian Moss of TigerSportsReport.com.
Hey, Coach, if you could, about that slow start, and you said the kids didn't panic, did you have to, or you and your staff have to coach the kids a little bit, or did the veteran leadership kind of like take control? How did you guys manage that slow start there?
Well, I think it started with obviously our staff, but I think the kids deserve the credit for that. I think we have some guys that have they've been through the fire, so to speak. So. We just tried to reiterate that to them, but I think it was already on their mind, and some new guys playing defensively, I think, needed to hear it from both the players and the coaches. But as a whole, I think the kids kind of kept their mindset correct and just kind of kept playing.
If you could talk about Mose Frazier a little bit, it seems like his star is getting brighter and brighter each week. What makes him so special?
Well, he's incredibly intelligent. First of all, he can play all 3 wide receiver positions for us. He's really worked hard in the weight room the last 2 years to change his body. He came to us. He was a thin kid. I think it's improved his explosiveness and his overall strength levels. And he's a competitor. He likes playing football. He likes doing whatever it takes for us to try and win the game. He plays on punt return. He, like I said, lines up at all 3 positions. He's incredibly intelligent, a good leader for some of our young wide receivers.
Also, if you could take a minute to talk about those running backs, it seems like no matter who you put out there, they're all producing. How's that unit, coming together for you?
Well, I like the thing I'm most proud of is the way they're taking pride in each other's accomplishments. There's, for the first 2 weeks, that none of those guys have gotten a tremendous amount of carries. We've split it all up, and I think they're taking pride in that. They enjoy watching the other guys play. They enjoy cheering those guys on, which I think serves as a great example to our team. And then when they're in there, they're competing. I think they're running hard, and tough, and physical, and trying to help the team in any way they can.
And when you take a look at this week's opponent, when you take a look at their offense, what stands out most about that?
Well, everything. I mean, they go incredibly fast. They are balanced. They can both run and throw the ball. Obviously, their quarterback is a fantastic player. But they've got 2 wide receivers that are really explosive. And other guys that can hurt you as well. I don't mean to say that they've only got 2. They've got a bunch of them, but there's 2 that kind of jump out at you immediately. They're running back is a hard, tough runner.
Now, with next week being a short week, do you do anything special this week, or are you worried about next week after the game?
No, we can only handle one at a time. So we'll have our schedule set, so that we know as soon as this game's over with, regardless of how it goes, we've got to put it behind us and get ready. So we'll have that set, but we won't do much in preparation for the next game.
Good deal. Appreciate it, and good luck.
You bet. Thanks.
And do we have any other questions for Coach Fuente, please? Star 1 on your telephone, if so.
And we'll go next to Dick Weiss of the American Conference.
Hey, Coach, how are you? Congratulations on your last win.
Thank you.
You've watched Paxton Lynch grow up in your program. Can you evaluate where he's at now? His pass efficiency leads the conference. His completion percentage is extremely high. I mean, is this what you thought you were getting when he first arrived?
Well, I think he's got plenty of potential. He's continued to work hard and add weight to his frame and continue to develop from the mental side and the leadership side. So I'm pleased with his progress. He still has plenty of room for improvement. And as this season goes along and we continue to play stronger teams defensively, which we're certainly going to see both in and out of the league for the next however many weeks, we'll continue to evaluate him. But I like the way he's gone about his business. You know, I mean, he's clearly the starting quarterback for us, so there's nobody pushing him for playing time, but he's still continuing to show up every day and work hard and try and prepare and give this team a chance to win.
And the league itself seems to become more competitive top to bottom and seems to be making some statements in non-league games.
Well, I think it's a very good league, obviously. You know, when you I think a bunch of people within the league had a really strong feeling about Temple and their potential. I'm not sure that people outside the league knew how good they were going to be, and they're certainly putting that on display. And you know, we've got Houston and with what they're doing down there, and you know, I think it speaks volumes about the depth of this league. And you know, I think amongst the coaches, we kind of have recognized that. It's just trying to get that recognition on a national level now.
Great. Thank you very much, Justin.
You bet.
Coach, we thank you for the time today. We look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
You bet. Thanks.